I want to help people. I didn't realize it was going to be so difficult to attempt to do that.
For years, it's been Rebecca McDonald's dream to study medicine and practice at home in Newfoundland and Labrador. Applications opened back in August, and she applied right away under the NL candidate stream, which reserves 84 seats per year for students from this province.
They are denying me consideration as a Newfoundland resident, which means it's much less likely that I will get in.
Instead, she is considered a Canadian resident, now competing for only 6 seats, along with more than 450 other applicants, according to Memorial University's website. At the heart of the issue, McDonald's father, Tony, and his service in the Canadian Armed Forces.
These two are for my United Nations peacekeeping mission in South Sudan,
causing the family to move around to Petawawa, Ontario when McDonald was 2, then at 12 to Gagetown, New Brunswick. That's where she completed high school in 2021, just before the family returned to St. John's, where McDonald started her undergraduate studies right away.
The places I've grown up have been very, like they're temporary, you know, I have no connections there. My roots have always been here.
Back then, Memorial University did make an exception and accepted McDonald as an NL resident.
It's very strange to me that I am applying, you know, getting my undergrad from the same university and paying tuition as a Newfoundland and Labrador resident. And then, you know, on the same campus, the same institution is telling me not only something different, but that they have no power to change it. I can't tell you why. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
While nobody from the university was available for an interview, a statement to CBC News said the residency definition at Memorial University for medical school admissions is contained in legislation. We recognize that this has unintended consequences for some members of our community. We look forward to working with the new provincial government towards a solution. That legislation is the Memorial University Act, which states that applicants must have lived in the province permanently for the last 3 years without attending a post-secondary institution. But the McDonalds say the university was not clear on all this from the start.
They let us believe that they had the power to grant an exemption.
And it wasn't just that they led us to believe that. I went to the admissions office at the medical school, and the woman I was speaking to told me that this process had happened before with military families, and that the current process was that in my application, I just had to explain the situation and provide documentation to prove it.
But when it turned out that wasn't the case, the family got in touch with those in charge of legislation. They say while former Education Minister Bernard Davis told them in a meeting that he supported them, new Education Minister Paul Dinn has also reached out, but they haven't heard back in 2 weeks. Dinn wasn't available for an interview either. In a statement, a spokesperson merely said the department is aware of the situation and is looking into the matter. For McDonald, time is running out. According to Memorial's website, notifications for interviews will be sent out in just 1 week. For a father, it all feels
surreal, shocking, absurd. Memorial University is named in honor of the service of military members, and then they turn around in 2025 and discriminate against someone because of military service. It's so unbelievable. It's hard to put words to it.
I think that this is an important fight. Even if it doesn't help me, I hope to help the next person. I hope that this is an issue that can be resolved at some point.
But if that doesn't happen and McDonald doesn't get in now, she said she will try again next year, but that she'll have to move on eventually and apply elsewhere to pursue her dream of medicine, even if she doesn't think she should have to. Henrike Wilhelm, CBC News, St. John's.